Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome to another weekly reading. We're going to be taking a look at the dates of Monday, October 27th. That would be today. It's 6:18 p.m. PDT at the time that I'm making this. And we are going to see what energies are at play between now, or today rather, and November 2nd, okay? Which is Sunday. This video will likely be in two parts to accommodate multiple platforms. But that being said, welcome back, guys. You guys know who I am. It's Janelle with the Compassionate Heart School. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome. And if it's not, welcome back. And also, just as a reminder, you guys, I only do business on Etsy, all right? And my channel is called A Compassionate Heart. If you'd like to work personally with me, feel free to reach out there. But that is the only place I do business on. So always remember that. And you can find me on YouTube, which is my main place, A Compassionate Heart School. And of course, on Instagram at Awakening All You Light Workers. I will start to resume prioritizing YouTube because that's the place that has my heart in terms of platforms. So it's the OG spot for me, okay? All right, thank you guys. So anyway, let's jump right in. For this week, guys, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to look at the energies and then we'll hit some messages. And again, I will likely need to partition this video for the sake of posting in different spaces. But of course, if you hit me up on my main platform, you will see one video, and that is YouTube. All right. So first of all, I do want to let you guys know that wow, look at my messages are going so quickly that it can't even come out. And that's evidence of the message I was about to tell you. We have, whoa, we have the violet flame here. And as you guys know, if you work with the violet flame, you know that one of its properties, and it's a very important property that it's actually known for, is its ability to transmute energies, okay? Transmute lower frequency energies. And that's why a lot of people who are working on karmic energies, clearing the dross that is in their energy field, and I'm also hearing the word burnout. If some of you are experiencing burnout, kind of like I'm on a hamster wheel in a sense, a lot of times it's because you may feel that you're not getting anywhere simply because it's not that you're not putting the actions in, it's not that you're not putting in the right actions, it's because you've got a kink in the chain. Think of it as sludge in your bike chain or something. Things are not going to move, right? But also using the hamster wheel idea, it's like you're going in circles or you're making all this effort, but nothing's actually changing for you because you have to remove things first from your energy field. These would be these blockages. So like energetic debris. And so a lot of people might find it very heavenly is what the guides are saying. Yeah, I love it. It's a gift. The violet flame is a gift. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of people may find it very helpful and heavenly, as the guides just chimed in, to work with the violet flame to help transmute all this sludge. Now, what I was going to say when you saw my voice, not my voice, but you saw the word starting to literally escape me because we were moving so fast, I was going to tell you that the energies are shifting so quickly right now. And a lot of that has to do with the transmutation that's occurring within our energy fields. But it's moving so quickly that I couldn't even get the words out because before I could tell you something definitive about the now moment that we were in, we were on to the next thing. Remember that we shift versions. We shift versions. Interestingly, when I said shift, I heard the word shift, Sheft. However, it may not even be spelled that way, right? It could be a play off of the word chef, right? I don't know, but I just wanted to put that out there. It seems very significant. Okay, doubling back, there is a message for someone who is a chef or that symbolism comes to them. Now, I have an idea of who you are. You know who you are. And maybe if that message is for you because you literally are a chef. However, remember the way these messages go, Spirit uses my mind and the symbols to bring through messages for people, and they will let you, and those symbols will let you know if it's for you. So you need not even be a chef. You may have bumped into a chef in an elevator, and now that was a sign that the message is for you, right? But I do want to let you know that if you are a chef, you're coming up to a significant, they're saying, crossroads in the world that you're in. Okay. Sorry, guys, we're going to take a minute to give this personal message, and it's coming through because it may be for multiple people, but they're using this example. And also, I do have a core group of people that energetically I feel we have a soul contract to read for. So you guys may tune in to me regularly and whatnot. So you may get personal messages through my channel. So we want to accommodate, right? But I'm hearing a prize winning performance is what I'm getting. So let's talk about this situation with the chef energy very quickly. It seems that you're coming up to significant crossroads in your life where you may be asked to enter something, enter like in the world that you're in, maybe enter something, maybe some type of contest or whatever this is. And I kind of feel that you're kind of feeling to veer away from that competition. The reason I'm hearing the word Japanese coming out here for somebody, if not you, the same person, then for somebody else who's listening, this is a sign for you as well. Maybe you're feeling to veer away from that because maybe you're sensing so much drama around that. Maybe there's a clique in this world that you're in or whatever this is. But I'm advising you, wow, that came through strong because you know me, I'm my 10 Libra placements. I'm never out here like, you need to do this. But that was very strong. I'm advising you to enter it anyway. Enter that competition anyway and act like you are in it for a prize and like in it and like you've already won it in the sense that whatever I do, I'm putting out a prize winning performance. Okay. Whether or not anyone judges it that way, because sometimes the judgments of things like contests and all of that are very political, right? And it has and cliquish, and it has nothing to do with the quality of a work or anything of any merit, but more so egoically whatever is going on with the people involved. Welcome to Earth, right? But a job well done is a job that's undertaken in the light of God, right? I would say the Christ consciousness, no religion. That has nothing to do with religion. If you follow my channel, okay, just want to put that out there because it's not that. And I want to make sure that you get to experience the full frequency of that frequency that's coming through with the title Christ consciousness without limiting it for yourself, right? With your own programming. So, but whoever you are, whatever the situation is, and you need not be a chef. Again, that person just got a shout out, but this is a dynamic in a general reading that could be playing out for many people. Could be for somebody here in a housing situation, but that person will not hear this video. This message applies to someone with a housing situation that will not hear this video until 3 months from now. But that's an example. But it could also be for somebody in a work situation. I'm getting about 4 weeks from now, you're going to see and recognize this dynamic. So if you're having a work situation you think this may relate to, go ahead and write it in your calendar right now, today, October 22nd, so 27th, excuse me, then come back in 4 weeks, a month, and see whether you recognize this dynamic, right? But whoever this, 8 weeks for, I'm hearing 8 weeks and you're gone for somebody. I don't know what that is about, but again, we're just fielding messages here. But this chef person, the takeaway here for all of us here is no matter what you find yourself in, some type of competition, some type of group thing that you're being invited to participate in, or maybe you can't help but participate in it, whatever this is, you're being asked to not be on your best behavior, but rise to the occasion. And on this channel, we all about the M word, mastery. But mastery in this situation in particular, not the chefy kind of thing, but the dynamic that we're talking about, mastery means it can be translated into doing your best, being at your best. And when you're at your best, you know our girl Aaliyah said it, you are love. And I know she sang that, and the Isley Brothers sang their song at your best. Yeah, but we have to give flowers right here to Aaliyah. God bless and God rest, right? At your best, you are love. And spirit is not out here for anything but love, because as you know, if you follow this channel, thank you very much, then you understand only love is real. So if we're playing around in the sandbox of unloving ideas and all of that, you're literally playing around with nothingness, because when viewed from a higher perspective, those frequencies will terminate in some at some level of the field, some dimension, some whatever. But love has substance. We call it real and reality because it can be seen all the way up through every single level of creation. It exists. Why? Because it is a creation of God. Only that which is created by God exists. Everything else is not real. But you will experience both the real and the unreal. In other words, you will experience created creations from God and the things made by man as things and forms down here. You won't be able to tell the difference until you understand the frequency of love and you get that heart chakra up and running, and then you can have the discernment that you need, right? And so, long story short, whoever you are, whatever you're doing this week, I would invite you to show up at your best. And oh, thank you. The word that we're looking for is integrity. Okay, integrity. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this right here and then continue on because, I just want to make sure this is on Instagram. And when I get into these messages, don't interrupt me, platforms. So before I forget and then, have to go through hoops with whatever on Instagram, I'm going to pause this here and I'm going to post this on Instagram. If you would like to continue and get the full messages that are coming through, then head over to YouTube for your convenience. The link will be in my bio on Instagram. And when I post this to my stories, I will also include the link. But stories are 24 hours. If you're on YouTube, just hit me up. You know where your girl is. And the whole video in its entirety will be there running along as scheduled. God bless you. If you'd like to work more personally with me, you know exactly where to find me. And for the rest of this video, head on over. 1 second later. Okay, so anyway, welcome. So yes, that was kind of a little bit of a message for this week. Please be at your best. Please be in your integrity. You know what's up. Now, I'm just saying, not because my career is literally in education, okay? But I'm saying because I'm smelling it here. If this isn't a week that is ripe, just ripe, the ripeness is crumbling in my hands. If this week isn't just ripe for assessments, for God, whoever your spirit guides, your higher self, whoever your spirit team is, that's like, hey, I'm going to help you through this and I'm going to assess you and then give you feedback about how you handled it. If this week isn't ripe for that, I don't know what is. It, in fact, they even just said to be on your best behavior, not to cheat the system, but just to show the universe what you're made of. Where's your merit? Where's your mettle? METTLE, right? Where's your integrity? This is this week. Be kind, number one. Be composed is number two. It's funny. I heard the word be flatulent. Who's that for? I don't know. Be flatulent in your own home, wherever you would like to be, right? But I was going to say, be in gratitude. Now, let's take a look at the energies as they're playing out. And whenever I use these cards, it's really because I would like to read a little bit higher in the field. So let's take a ride together. I'm going to elevate you guys a little bit along with me. We're going to elevate together in frequency. So if you feel anything, your ears pop, your tingles in your neck, whatever it is, it's just us. Don't worry. Now, I do want to let you know, some of you may actually feel a little bit of heat. I'm getting a little bit of a fire. So okay, whoa, slow down. This elevator, right? I want to explain this. As we're elevating in frequency, remember what we're doing is we're encompassing more. We're expanding our perspective. We are taking on more energy. And in other words, we're allowing in more light. We're shifting our perspective to higher up in the field. Notice, some of you may be feeling, I'm feeling it. It might be like my nose just like everything just got more nasally for me right now. I literally have to like swallow. Okay. So yeah, we're higher up in the field. My ears are popping. Now I want to let you know that when we take on more light like this, what happens is we're going to have feelings and repercussions or reverberations, let's put it that way, in the in our where our lower frequencies are. Hold on, let me let me get adjusted. Wow. I don't know if you guys can hear that, feel that, hear that, feel that. Okay. Thank you guys. Play. Um, hold on. Calibrating. Let's click in. Oh, whoa. Okay. I just heard the word museum. Did you hear how my voice has changed now? Okay, so we're clicked in. We're clicked in, guys. All right, so what I was going to say is when we take on more light, what happens is it kicks up the lower frequencies within us. And so I was feeling fire and everything because as we were rising up in the field, I was getting a lot of past lifetimes coming through for us because those energies, those past lifetimes or those ideas of past incarnations are still energetically into space. And so we were bumping into some. Now, it's interesting because I did feel to bring out my past lifetime cards. And so we'll see what wants to come through for us, if anything, for that. But I was feeling fire because I think, anyway, it's a long story, but not really. But anyway, I think I was picking up on a lifetime of mine earlier where I guess I was affluent in some way. And anyway, there was a farm, and I think people around me came and they burned my house down. They burned everything because I was part of the wealthy people in that area. And this is not new to history. It's happened to a lot of people. And to this day, I think that's one of the karmic things that I like, one of the blockages that I have to work through personally with fire and with wealth and stuff to unlock my, on some level I have a fear of being too successful, being seen as too successful because of what it meant and meant for me in another lifetime. So that's what I picked up on as we were getting higher, and my hand was like starting to burn a bit. You look at this fire here. Now I don't know what some of you guys were picking up on, but as that we were going up higher in the field, I did pick up that some of you may have I'm feeling that some of you have flu-like symptoms or some type of illness or something like that in your field right now. Okay, so anyway, ooh, oh, there it is. All right, so let's angels. Thank you, angels. I just heard they're all among us. They're all around us, all among us. Okay, so let's talk about that. Guys, just because you can't see angels and other beings, and again, I just want you to arrest the religiousness, the religiosity, because it's not, religion is man-made and that is just man-made, but these energies, these beings, right, that we have come to refer to as angels, they're here, they're around us. And just because we can't see all sorts of interdimensional beings, whether they're ghosts or incarnated, excuse me, ghosts or angels or the elven folk or just whatever, does not mean that they're not here. It's kind of the same frequency or the same analogy as you looking at a ceiling fan. When the fan is off, you see the blades, and that would be likened to our same vibration. We see it as there, and we have no problem seeing it because it's vibrating at our level of experience. But if you make it go a little bit faster on medium, you can still see the blades if you can catch a blade and look around, look at it, and slow it down enough to see it. But you'd have to focus your eyes, right, in order to see it. Then when you put it on high, sometimes it starts going so high and so fast that you can't even isolate a blade, but you can still perceive of the fan, and you perceive of it spinning, even though you can't focus on it, right? And then imagine, what if I were to tell you, oh, those are multiple dimensions of the fan. Oh, look, 1, 2, 3, like the fan, the ceiling fan, a couple dimensions of the fan. But what if I told you, oh, and actually it goes even higher than that? It's vibrating so quickly that it's vibrated out of your ability to see it, right? So it doesn't mean that there's no multidimensional nature to the fan. It means that the limitation is with you, my friend. It's with you. We love you, but your eyes ain't seeing. Okay. And so that's how it is when we are working with spirit. A lot of people who stay stuck and focusing only on a material, that you are going to stay stuck because that is not the reality of what reality is. The reality is that things are multidimensional in nature, and anything that is physical It's just the last stop. It's literally a carbon copy of what's going on at higher levels of the field. The higher up in frequency that we go, the faster it vibrates. And that's why Eeyore, we all know and love Eeyore. We love him. But guess what? Is he vibrating highly or is he vibrating lowly? Because he moves so slow and he's so mopey. This is low vibrational stuff. Try healing anything with that low vibe, right? So as we're talking, I'm feeling the guides are literally reaching into some of you and pulling out from your energetic field, like those little nettles. Are those nettles? Is that what it's called? Anyway, those little dingleberries and stuff. They're pulling things out. Oh, look. Oh my God, stop. Yeah, look. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the assist. It's like they're boink, boink, pulling things out. And it's funny because they're just presenting it like little universes, little versions of you, right? They're pulling out these old versions of you. Your mentality has to vibrate higher. So, in other words, you've got to prune. Is it pruning season? Is fall pruning season? I don't know when pruning season is, but you're definitely being asked to do some release work. And I do see some phobias here coming up for a lot of you. Now, when I say coming up, I'm getting in this week, I'm getting over the next 3 weeks. I'm getting that even recently, I'm getting a lot of inflammation, lots of orange inflammation energy in your fields, energy fields. Now, for somebody, this is around the nose. For somebody, this is around the glutes, gluteus maximi. For somebody, this is around the neck. And when I'm saying inflammation, you can, yes, it could be inflammation with internally, like, oh, you're inflamed, right? It could also be inflammation in the sense that I'm feeling pain here. It could be some type of just anything, right? And I'm feeling into it, and suddenly I got a block there. Oh, see, I couldn't even, it's like, and I uh, couldn't get into it. So, just to show you, just to, and notice how my voice just dropped off. Like, and so we want to move that. It's almost like a tumor, almost. If you've ever felt a tumor, it's like hard, right? And so, let me see if I can get in there. We're just going to do a little energy work here for us. And this is actually really necessary. I'm talking to myself now because my conscious mind is like, what does this have to do with this week? Conscious mind, let's call her Conchi. Conchi always has something to say, right? Let's focus on giving them what they need so that they can meet this week properly. Okay, Conchi, thank you. To be more conscientious. But let's see if I can break in. Yeah, let's see if I can break in. Not breaking into anyone's tumors. Turmeric. Why? That's for somebody here. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. That's a shout out to me too, because I've been having mad curry cravings, like the spice. I've just been needing it. I was like, isn't this good for inflammation? I heard, and I was too lazy to look it up. But if you're noticing cravings, if you're noticing shifts in your energy, they're shifting the energy now. That's why they said that. If you're noticing shifts in your things that you want and your all of that, a lot of times you're in the midst of healing something, and something's in the midst of being transmuted, and you don't even recognize it, right? In fact, I just got somebody here may have had an experience where they're like, I don't even recognize myself. Maybe there's something that you were reflecting upon about yourself, and you don't even. This card right here kept coming out. It came out like 3 times while I was shuffling before this reading. Here it is again, Seven of Wands. But let's look at it. Okay. So Spirit is like, we're going to continue to work in the background here. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. Okay. And they really are. And in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about karmic energies here. Now, I'm getting here that specifically somebody has been, and this is interesting just to show you it's not me, I'm channeling because I wouldn't have said this, but somebody here has been peacocking around, a little bit of giving me the cock of the walk kind of energy. Peacocking around, I'm getting the word custodian or custodial. I'm not sure because obviously those 2 words have different applications in different disciplines, different fields, right? But I'm getting those words. I'm getting that somebody here has been And when I say somebody, I mean it's collective reading. So it applies for multiple of you. Okay. I do want to tap in and just say that some energies were removed. And I just heard refused as well. I'm not sure what this is about. I just put a pause on, excuse me, on this custodial energy pause to bring in an update from with the energies that we're clearing. Some of you, some cords have just been cut. And I guess I'm just going to talk to your higher self for a second there, you guys, for your higher self. Sorry, there's so many messages coming through to your higher self because we're working interdimensionally. Some of you here may have refused some type of energetic connection or work that the spirit is trying to do for you. If you feel that that was you, if you got scared, if you whatever, go ahead and just know that if you'd like to receive the healing impulse that's coming through, healing impulse, these are energies from spirit, from source. And also, by the way, any energies that are coming in for you is only from you, by the way. Okay. We don't heal anybody. You heal you. We just allow our energy field as the healer. The energy field is conducive to like a channel allowing you, the listener, to receive these higher frequencies. Okay, it's assistance. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and say, oh, okay, it's just you. Okay, I just heard your higher self say that. So anyway, I guess thank you. Okay, back to what we were saying here. Thanks guys for hanging in there. This is the joy of getting to work with a group of you guys. Yay, love you guys. All right, now what I was saying here is somebody is whoever this is for, it could be for multiple people, the dynamic here, somebody's been peacocking around. And I'm getting that it's been a little intentional. And the idea is imagine if you were on the ground here with all these people. Let's show you the cards. Everyone's like, yeah, yeah, do with their spears and let's get them. So maybe you've been hanging here, but you kind of peacock your way around until you round the corner and then you come up here and now you're no longer in the group, and I'm not sure anybody really notices that you have left the group, right? But what is happening here is that is a vantage point. I know it comes on the card of the Seven of Wands, known for defensiveness, defensive energy, picking up arms, but Spirit is saying sometimes when we, what's the word, what was it, run away, live to fight another day. This is not about necessarily running away and living to fight another day. This is about understanding what is for you and what is not for you, and understanding when, even if something, even if you share sentiments, or if it is for you too, you don't have to join the mob, whatever that is. And the mob here, I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about that kind of mob, mafia. Sorry. Case that accent was just horrible. I meant the mafia. I was actually talking about the mob. Let's get him, right? You don't have to be about that, because as I'm seeing this person here, I'm just hearing them say, phew, so glad that passed. And it's almost like I'm just seeing 7 other people walking by, right? Maybe sentinels, as these people or whatever representing sentinels. I don't know why that word is coming through, but sometimes when we're in a group, whether it's public, whether it's a family, whether it's your workplace, whatever this is, when you're part of a group, sometimes you have the false idea that you are part of the group. Now, I beat this to death probably on this channel. I say it all the time. We're having a collective experience. However, everyone is living a different reality. 8 different people can be facing the same situation. They can have the same ideas. They can agree to take the same action. They can, in fact, take the same action and still be having such a vastly different way of looking at that situation, and be sealing their fate either in unique individual fate, either for the positive or not so positive for themselves as individuals, and still not know it. What is right for one person to do, it may not be right for another person to do. I don't care what your social learning is. Because if you're not paying attention to energies and you're not looking at your personal trajectory, your personal life, your Akashic records, whatever you want to say, if you're not connecting with your higher self and understanding what spirit, what God, what source wants of you, then you're just moving with the collective and everybody else. And that, my friend, is literally not going to be good for you. Okay. Because that's like you just saying, well, I don't care that this lifetime I was supposed to do A instead of B because I did B every other lifetime. And the lesson here that I wanted to learn was to do A instead. If I follow the crowd, B, I'm going to do B because everybody's doing B. Everybody says to do B is the right thing. The world lauds it. Some guy won a Pulitzer Prize for doing B, so I must do B. No, your soul's curriculum called for you to learn and to grow. And for you, that path of learning and growing was to do A. And you did it again, you did B, right? Now, this is school. Earth is school. We get it. There's so many things competing for our attention, for our interest. Thank you guys. The guides are saying that energy work is done now. Thank you. They're the best. Please say thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Right? Lessons and blessings. Listen, what are we out here doing right now? Thanks, angels. Let's put that right there. Lessons and blessings, right? So, what is it that you have been being asked to do for yourself? Do for you recently? And if you follow my channel, super hugs, we've been saying think for yourself, think for yourself, think for yourself for literally the last couple months. Okay. Because it's so important. It doesn't mean that you can't be of assistance, but you must pull into yourself first, collect yourself, and then you will know what actions to take out in the world. Because then you will have a better idea about what is for you to be a part of and what is not. Okay. Now, I do see something written in stone here. Now, the truth is that we can really say that nothing is ever really written in stone, right? But as it's coming through in this reading, something is written in stone here. Something has already been decided, whatever this is, whether it's in your home space, in your workspace, in your romance, whatever, something is going to come to pass. And while there was a time for negotiations, a time for deliberations, a time for decisions to be mulled over, that time has passed. And we see this little scroll here. Oops, excuse me, it's off screen. Boop, there we go. We see this scroll here already bound and sealed. Signed, sealed, but not yet delivered. So whatever this is, it's going to be coming at you in some way. In other words, you will be finding out some type of decision this week, or maybe leading up to this week. I just saw the nine of cups there, but let's see if it comes out. Nine of cups signals wish fulfillment, but the way that it is in this deck, it's one guy sitting alone at a table of nine. So what is that? Okay, the hangman. Ooh, these little nudities, nudie noodletons. Let's cover. Sorry. Mind your business, you guys. You voyeurs. Oh, I see you. I see you. Don't even press rewind. Spirit's laughing, but they're also saying you can't go backward anyway. Then they're saying, why would you want to go backward anyway? Not only to look at this video, I mean, a video, but also, I'm sorry, they're so funny. They're like, mature, Janelle. Okay. But they're showing you, look what is coming up. Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. Why do you want to go back to whatever this was anyway? You've got two aces in the hole here. Now they're saying that they get that you may not see the aces yet because the hole has not necessarily been defined yet. So again, when you're on hold as the hangman here and you're waiting for some type of decision, some type of say so, something, for somebody here, this is oddly specific. It has to do with you're giving me vibes like maybe you're grandmother to be or something like this, or and your daughter-in-law or your daughter is about to have a baby soon and you're waiting to hear when the baby's going to be born, and you're also, there's a little bit of a standoffish energy division there. Maybe you don't feel welcome enough to be a part of that. Maybe they're the family, maybe it's odd, and so it's, instead of it being this felicitous affair, you're like, well, am I even welcome? Am I going to get the call? Am I going to get to go to hospital? So there's a lot. See that how specific that is. For somebody else, this could be in their career. For someone else, it's a relationship, right? So the point is that this dynamic, maybe you're in this liminal state, and so you don't yet know what is going to come of it. And so you cannot even perceive of the whole yet. Hole, but as I just said, the whole yet they're saying WHOLE. In other words, there's information that's missing. But once you have this defined, you will know whether there's a hole there, HOLE, whether there's now a void. You will know if there's been some type of loss or something like that, or opening or vacancy, whatever the word is. And then you will be able to perceive what's there for you. Now, I do see here the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, to have two aces come out just like that. And then here we have at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Nine of Swords and the Star card. I do want to go back to this point. They want to make this point here that in the Ace of Pentacles, there's an opening, 1, 2, and see this bear is like, hello, coming out. Over here in the Ace of Wands, there's a gap, 1, 2. And in between that gap, we've got this Ace of Wands, a new beginning. So this looks like a couple choices here. The Ace of Pentacles says everything is going to continue on for you as usual, right? So maybe you were afraid that something was going to happen and it didn't happen. And so you can continue on as usual. Or there will be something that happens that creates some type of gap or sense of loss, but something else is here for you to focus on and you can grab it. This is the Ace of Wands. This is good. So from a higher perspective, this Ace of Wands, where there seems to be some type of loss, is actually not a bad card at all. It's a great card. And here we have the Ace of Pentacles. It's a great card too. It just means less disruption for you, right? But here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords, which is the crying in the card, crying in the shower energy, right? It's what's this? Work. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Community action is another word coming through. So I'm seeing you guys here with this Nine of Swords. Look at the colors. Blue, beautiful blue, by the way. Blue and goldish kind of wood here. Look at the cap this person's wearing, blue and gold. So whatever this is, even if it's about the child that we were just looking at or just whatever this is, I'm getting that you, whoever you are, I'm hearing the word computer, whoever you are, you're trying to continue on with something like you don't want some type of disruption. You don't want an interruption. You want to continue on whatever your path is, understandable. In other words, you don't want to release, you don't want to surrender. The spirit is just, I just saw them take all my cards and knock it off the table, like, whoa, spirit, why? Right? But what they're trying to say is those don't matter. It doesn't matter what you want, right? Because from this level, you don't really know what you want. What you actually want is to be part of the divine. And you have to ask yourself, is what you're holding on to, whether it's that you want to be in the life of this child, this grandchild, whether it's you want to be at this workplace, whether it's you want to be in this relationship, for somebody here, whether it's you want to continue on with this old car that you have, that's very specific, right? You have to ask yourself, is it even worth my time? Because this bear is under this huge pentacles, but this pentacle looks like it's in the past. Maybe at one point it was great, but now it's in shambles, right? Something's happening here. And look at this person beating the drum, working at all these stars, trying to keep making stars. But even the bear is like, dude, I got to go. I have to go hibernate somewhere else. This isn't somewhere I want to spend my winter. Right? And then we have this stag here, or this elk or deer, I'm sorry, whatever. He's cute, whatever he is. He looks so big. How is he supposed to jump over and grab this Ace of Wands that's going to be rich? It's going to be fruitful for him. And all he needs to do is allow spirit to come to him, allow the wand to come to him. He can start munching on the leaves that are there, and that will be enough to activate. In other words, so what I'm trying to say is this week or over the next 2 weeks or whatever, where whoever you are and whatever you find is going on in your situation, I know it's very worrisome. I get it, right? I have stuff in my life that's very worrisome too. I can definitely see some energies here. But you remember, if you're on this channel, remember who you walk with, right? It's so you have to shore up. You have to bring yourself into this space of knowingness. because I'm seeing two aces here. I didn't pull a page, I pulled two aces. This literally says no matter what somebody presents to you, what the situation is, you're going to be okay. And either way, it seems like you're leaving whatever this situation is anyway. And a lot of times I've given many readings, or a lot of times, for example, yeah, we want to be in this grandkid's life, just using that example. But sometimes that is not even in the soul contract. You're not designed to be close to that family, your own kids or your own daughter-in-law, whatever. You're not designed to be. And so that's why you're struggling so much to get in there. So whatever the struggle is this week, guys, I notice I said disguise. Whatever the struggle is for you guys this week, it's disguising something else. I'm hearing the word impetus. First of all, let me take a sip of water because hear my throat. Phew. Me. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Wow, look at that. The minute, excuse me, the minute I move this, I was going to say the minute I move this, and I heard the minute I move this chaos. This is chaos. Stress. The star card is going to be here. So this is Aquarius energy. Whenever we see Aquarius energy, look at this Aquarius energy underlying this. Oh, Aquarius energy is electrifying. It is spontaneous. It is tumultuous. Let's let that fall away. Let's let Aquarius energy shock and rebellion, or not rebellion, but well, sometimes that's what happens, but sometimes that's what sometimes rebellion is an action that people take under the sign of Aquarius with that tumult. But raw Aquarius energy is coming through just as shock, right? Change, swift change. And once that happens, look what we have here, 10 of Cups and 4 of Wands. But what I'm getting, 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, and the 4 of Wands, ooh, that's a really great card. It means in this reading here, it's coming through as having the structure that you need. But notice that they're here, this cute little family, and this is over here. So you want to find structure. I'm not necessarily getting that you will be able to find structure wherever you are, whatever this situation is that you're hoping. And so look at this, what we have in between. The 10 of Wands. Didn't I say the 9 of Cups wanted to come out earlier? The 10 of Wands, cleaning up energy. Look at him. He's got to get his sticks in order to do what? Make this structure for himself. So he's like, and then so this is showing a bit of a journey that needs to be undertaken to reclaim, is the word, structure. Now, the reason why I'm seeing the word reclaim structure and why I'm getting that it's a journey is because for some of you, it may not, this may not necessarily even be a journey that you take in the physical, right? Oh, by the way, look at what the guides are showing me. They're like, is this the same guy? Look, same pants. Here he was before. And here he is now with the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, right? With his offspring and stuff. But he's still got to make a journey. Now, this whole story here is giving me, let me just put a little synopsis here, a little summary here. Whatever it is that you keep fighting to hold on to, or what, again, it could be simply that I want to be in this kid's life, or I want to have this job, or I need this relationship to be intact, or I need, this is oddly specific, I need the respect of the people on my job. This is going back a little bit to that chef kind of vibe that we got earlier with this click. You don't have to ask for the respect of, we all want professional respect, but let's keep it 100. People are people. And trust me when I say this, with my, I take off my glasses to say this, with my 10 million placements, every time the number gets higher, but with my 10 million placements in the sign of Libra, okay, could that be any more about other people? Just remember, where you have humans, you're going to have BS, period. Okay. And so we have to understand that we can't always keep putting ahead of us a carrot that amounts to nothingness. Why do we keep wanting to be part of a clique that is pure BS? And yeah, maybe they may be going back to the chef example that came out earlier. Yeah, maybe rubbing elbows with the clique or being, part of the team or whatever is going to win you an award or at least make you feel a certain type of way. But what we going for? God doesn't like ugly, so to speak. And this has nothing to do with appearance. Okay. It means the energy is ugly. So stop trying to curry up. Curry. Stop trying to be be seen as something within a group or within a clique or within a company or within a relationship or within a family even. That is pure BS. If they're on that low, you don't need to be trying to get into that vibe. So this is about releasing yourself from a contract. And what does that look like? Yeah, you can come to Christmas dinner with us. Yes, you can come and check out the new baby. Yes, you can work here. Yes, you can stay in this relationship. Yes, you can sit with us, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, even you have to be like, is this what I'm trying to be a part of? Look at this guy. Look at him. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. But yeah, for real, he's done a good job because he realizes his wish fulfillment doesn't require BS people and BS energy. If he's got to sit at an empty table, him and the Lord, him and the good Lord, him and his, you know, eight other cups and no one to drink from them. But look at this man. He's smiling because he knows his what? Personal peace. The original PP, his personal peace is worth so much more. Now the guides are saying, show him, Jay. Okay, I didn't say that, but they did show me this card. Show them how the 9 of Cups leads to the 10 of Cups. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. That is the kind of energy. That's the kind of mindset that you need to have in order to be able to really clean up this BS, wanting and craving and limerancing and whatever it is that you keep wanting to, that you're moving with to be behind some body or some group or some identification or association. It's just bringing you stress. So if you're not working towards eliminating yourself or eradicating whatever this is from your life, I would really invite you to get started yesterday. Get started today. And by the way, look at that. Look at this card. Yesterday. If you're watching this reading and you're like, zing, it's vibing, Jay, then you have already been warned multiple times that whatever this is not for you. Now, you may not be able to make a quick move, just like this cute little elk or stag or, right? Or deer. I don't know. I should know because he's not going to just jump. He can't. So ask Spirit, and Spirit is already extending opportunities for you. Look at this 3 of Pentacles, literally working together. Look as the tower falls. Spirit is like, munch on these leaves. Start thinking a new thought. Entertain these ideas. At the end of the day, you're being asked this week and moving forward. I'm getting over maybe this week only, maybe next 2 weeks, but of course, it's energy whenever this finds you to make a decision within yourself. You don't have to wait for some decision elsewhere to tell you about your peace. You need to be so in your personal peace, so in your decision that anybody else's decisions that come in don't have to do don't throw you out of alignment with the path that is best for you. You can't get to emotional fulfillment 10 of Cups if you keep expecting to have people at your table that can give you that. It's not possible. Not saying like that, but where are you going to find 8 other people of good value. Sorry. I'm sorry, that's just my trauma talking. I am working through it. But where are you going to find that number of people in their integrity to sit at this table with you, to bring you emotional fulfillment? No, that fulfillment comes from you. So I'm getting that you're going to have to be the rock. And it sucks to say it, but this hangman position, you're going to have to be the one to decide that you're ready to cut yourself down. But what's so beautiful about this is all you need to do is decide, I don't like being strung up like this. And then you call in you simple prayer. Just pray. And then you let spirit give you some leaves to munch, right? So in other words, let spirit give you the steps to make your way to something that is better for you. That's what this week is bringing through for us. The long story short is, listen, you cut yourself loose. You don't wait to be told whether you will be able to play or not. Okay. Spirit is working with you, been working with you. Anyway, if you'd like to work more personally with me and connect in that way, you can reach out to me. You know exactly where to find me on my Etsy page. That's the only place I do business. Okay. So, love you and hang in there. We're doing the best we can.